Happy Friday, Sooner fans. Welcome to another edition of Sooner Surge Double Trouble. Looks like Mark has taken some takeout, maybe late night takeout before this big Bedlam game tomorrow. Thunder in a barn burner. If you're watching any of this Thunder game, I know, Jason, you're at a high school football game or finishing up there, so you're joining us not by video, but my audio right now. So we'll still have your opinions on here. But you guys drop the comments in here as we're going tonight. Talk a lot of Bedlam with you here today. Welcome, Mark. Welcome others who are joining up right now. Thunder, man, got to win this game against the Warriors, man. If you've watched any of this game, this is without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and they're going to score 140 to 145 points without him. It's crazy. Welcome to the Sooner Surge. Double trouble. Let's get right into it. How we feeling about Bedlam tomorrow? It's going to be a beautiful day in Stillwater. You're looking at mid-70s. The wind is actually forecast now for just very light breeze, 8 miles an hour. So that'll be good, Jay.
Yeah, I saw the wind's going to be a lot, not as much as it was before. So, Richard, get right to it, man, with the Michigan stuff. Obviously, Connor Stallions resigned. Shocker, guys. They went to meet with the president, and he resigns. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and that look there. And Blake,
welcome back, Blake. Welcome back,
Blake from Utah. Welcome back.
We got to talk about Farouk too. We have to.
Got to talk about Jaleel. Look, first let's talk about Jaleel because that's got to be the question a lot of people are asking and wondering. I mean, everyone's probably heard it. Thursday night, I guess, was arrested, driving erratically, also had the paper tag. Everything points to that. Everyone thinks he's playing. OU came out with a little bit of a statement saying that they're going to handle it internally.
Yeah, I think he's playing. I don't think it's, once he's no charges or anything, it was just, he had some, I think some parking tickets and some other stuff. So I'm sure he's going to be playing. So I think that's really all we really need to say on that is that that's what happened. He's going to be playing. No more news on it.
Lori, we are starting now. I don't know if there was a second one on there, Jay, on the YouTube live stream, but this is the one we're going with. It's a 9:30 one. So, yeah. Brian, that is correct. Farouk will not cut it as an Uber driver, apparently. I got some parking tickets. The NIL deal. Everyone said that's kind of funny. Maybe just didn't want to go there.
Pretty nice car, wasn't it? Wasn't it a pretty nice car?
I have no idea, but we'll put that to pasture and see what happens tomorrow, and then after that with Farouk. But no, he did not punch a girl or run from the police on video. That is correct. Someone said earlier SEC ready, but yeah.
Yeah, so it should be a good game. I'm feeling pretty confident tomorrow, Jeremy. I don't know how you're feeling, but I will get off this camera as soon as I can get home. But I'm at a high school football game waiting on somebody. But also didn't want to show my mustache yet. Tomorrow I'm gonna reveal it, baby.
You better reveal it later tonight on this. Johnny Fairlane, welcome. Ray back, appreciate it. Yeah, did not rob his pot dealer either. Mark, you got it going right now, man. Keep the comedy stuff coming. Guys, I've lowered my score prediction. I've got 31-16 Sooners. I do feel confident that OU is going to be able to put 7 in there and probably stop Ollie Gordon under 150. That's what I'm banking on anyway. That's what I'm making my decision on is that Ollie Gordon.
Jeremy.
What?
I don't know if you saw the tweet earlier from Parker Thune about the injury kind of update. Basically, he said if Stutzman plays, just consider that a pleasant surprise, basically. And is that kind of what he said?
It's exactly what he said. And it sounds like Parker Thune thinks that, it's doubt that I would say that people think he's doubtful. Don't you?
Yeah. Richard's got 38-27.
Richard, thanks for being a Sooner Surge Unlimited member. Appreciate it. Exactly, Blake. He he wasn't hurt, but they weren't. The offense was not focused on him. That's the thing. They made a conscientious decision, an intentional decision in Stillwater to go away from 3 quarterbacks. You think so, Mike Gundy? And put the ball in Ollie Gordon's hands, and they've been a different team ever since.
Yeah, I don't understand what Gundy was doing the first 3 games, playing 3 quarterbacks, including his son. I mean, everyone thought Bowman was probably going to be the guy going into the season. I don't know what that experiment was, but
Yeah,
hey,
hey,
Kip Lewis is ready. I agree. My only concern would be, and I love Kip Lewis. I think he's awesome. He's a dog, but with him and Kanik, they're not the biggest linebackers.
no, Kip can get places though. But Kip has been
Kip's
physical,
very instinctual. Yes,
and Kip was physical in the goal line stand against Texas. He
Yep.
came in last week and made a great shoestring tackle on Devin Neal. So there you go. Yeah, my brother is here, Lori.
I'm
there he
here,
is,
Lori.
right
I'm
there.
in the car.
Getting
in the
his
car,
daughter
Lori.
from a high school football game there. Big game in Jinx, guys. Bigsby Jinx is a close game, which is shocking, actually. I'd like to get an update on that. If anyone can give me an update on that.
17-14 Bigsby.
17-14
That's
Bigsby.
what I just got texted. Yep.
Yeah, Mark, you're right on that. You're right on that. Yeah, Jay, as far as your expectation, it sounds like Bowen's going to be a go, and it sounds like Gentry's going to be a go. So I think the main one, of course, is Stutzman and Tolly Walker.
Yeah, and I wouldn't expect much from Tolly Walker. That's my opinion. Just because I just don't think anytime a running back hurts an ankle or something, or knee, whatever it may be, it's going to be hard for him to cut. I wouldn't expect a whole lot from him.
Oh, I agree. I mean, look, what OU does tomorrow, I hope, is to come out and be aggressive. I look for Drake Stoops in his last Bedlam game to have a big one. Yep. Got to be aggressive on offense, Johnny. I agree. Sawchuk and Barnes, Richard says. Yeah, I mean, Sawchuk does seem to not be himself, though. Can he not get rid of this nagging injury? 2 games
I think
ago,
he is
played
still banged up.
2 games ago,
yeah, but Jeremy, it's very hard for a running back to get going when they're not in there that much. It's very like he gets a couple carries and then you don't see him. Hey, if I have one complaint about DeMarco Murray, it's the way the running backs have been handled this year. I think he's a great recruiter. I think he's a great coach, but I think they've kind of mismanaged some of the running back this year. Maybe that's because of injuries, though. Maybe it's an injury thing.
Look, my take on the whole thing, too, is it's an injury thing. They've been banged up, but also when your running room is packed like this, at some point, you're almost trying to make guys be happy so they'll stay. But Sawchuk is underexperienced. Hey, Mike, I hate to hear that about your brother's house, man. Prayers up to you and your family. Hope not everything was lost, man. Prayers up for that, bud. Yeah. Sawchuk is not – go back to last year. Sawchuk played the bowl game, and what else? I mean, that's it.
He didn't play he just played the bowl game.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I agree, Blake. What in
did
the
you
crap
see?
Is
did you see
Farouk
the stuff today?
The ball?
Did you see the stuff today on Twitter today about Farouk? He got suspended from being running back tomorrow. They're going to just leave him at receiver.
I would take that suspension. Sooner fans, would you all take that suspension? Suspension from running the ball. Yeah. Hey, Richard. Walker's a north-south guy. I mean, I think some of the other guys are east-west runners, and actually, I would argue that Marcus Major is also more north-south.
Does everybody on here? I'd like to get their opinions. Out of Barnes, Sawchuk, Major, and Walker, who on here thinks Walker is the best talented running back on the team? Who do people think he's the best running back on the team?
Look, he's been the best.
What would you say, Jeremy? Jeremy, what would you say?
I would say Tolly Walker has been the best. I do not think he's the most talented. I think he's by far been the best.
So you think he's the best running back in that group right now?
Yeah, I really think that Caleb Hicks.
It's hard
could
to argue
be.
it. It's hard to argue it.
Tolly Walker has been the best. There's no doubt. He's got a little bit of Kennedy Brooks and a little bit of Samaje Perine. I mean, and a little bit of Ramondre Stevenson.
So I guess that leads me into my next question. What is the issue then? Why is he not getting 20 snaps, the majority of the snaps?
I agree. He should be. And hey, yeah, I agree, Mike. This isn't a time to talk about your brother's loyalty if the house is burned down again. Mike, all I can say is prayers go. I'll make sure I pray tonight for Wilkerson family, man. That's just not good news. Yeah. Hey, someone mentioned, I don't know if you can put that comment up, Jay, about Brennan Thompson. I expect Brennan Thompson to be much more involved tomorrow. That's all I'll say.
I would hope so. They're going to have to get somebody in there because if you watch any film or any of the games that OSU's had this year, they're very aggressive. They pretty much dare you to throw it deep, but you got to have somebody that can stretch it. Brennan's that guy that can stretch it. Get him in there. Hey, I coach flag football. I never coached tackle football, but I had a speedster once in 4th grade. We ran him deep every play, whether we threw it to him or not. You know why? They had to take their best defender and run with him, tired him out. I mean, if anything, just run the guy deep, make him think about it, right?
I just hope there's some deep balls. And look, Blake, I don't know why Hicks has not gotten time. Obviously, it looks like they're going to redshirt him. They don't want him to play the four games. CMB, welcome. I don't recognize CMB, so welcome to Sooner Surge Double Trouble. There is no confirmation. If you join up tomorrow morning, actually, it won't be tomorrow morning. It'll probably be around, I'm guessing 1 o'clock, 1:30. We'll get the timeout later tonight, but we will have a YouTube live pregame and talk about who's down on the field warming up. I think there's zero chance he's not going through warmups. If he doesn't play, he's going to make OSU think he's going to play.
Jeremy, but Parker's tweet today pretty much sounds like he would be shocked if Danny plays tomorrow.
I agree. It's what it sounds like. Nick Anderson got to have a big day, Johnny Fairlane. I think, and I love that name, Johnny Fairlane. Hey, Nick Anderson is special. Get him the rock. I mean, it's not difficult to see the guy's open a lot, and when he is, he makes plays. He extends yards. He yards after catch is great. Usually, he's catching the ball in the end zone. I'd love to see Nick Anderson targeted more tomorrow.
Oh, I would too. I mean, that little skinny post they ran, I mean, they threw it to him twice the other day against Kansas. One went for a lot of yards. The other one, they pass interfered him. So, but guys, they got to find that replacement for Andrel Anthony. Now, Mark,
I'm not going to
comment
say
on that.
Colin Cowherd, you're exactly right. I'd say that if he was on here too.
Hey, and listen, out of gamesmanship for the game, it's Bedlam. Nobody's going to know if Danny's playing or not. So anytime, I don't think anything you read on Twitter or anything is going to matter because it's game tomorrow. Nobody's going to say.
Mike, before you get off here, man, again,
praying for you, Mike. Praying for you, buddy.
Mike, thanks for the transparency and letting us know that, though. I appreciate that. And I hope everyone on here is keeping you in their thoughts, too, as well. So keep us posted, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, DG, Richard says DG throws for 375. If DG throws for 375, OU's winning going away.
I would agree with that.
I mean,
I would agree with that.
For sure.
I think he has a great game tomorrow.
What's his top?
Has
he ever thrown for over 400?
Oh yeah.
CMB. Yeah, Jay, go ahead and fill him in on the Farouk thing. CMB here.
The Farouk, I mean, basically he got arrested, pulled over for erratically driving, had some parking tickets yesterday, had some parking tickets, everything been released. I mean, and it sounds like he's probably going to play. Nothing like charged or anything.
No charges.
Nothing crazy. So it sounds like he just had some tickets he hadn't paid or something. So I don't think it's a huge deal. I mean, you're going to see everything all over Twitter, whatever. But I would probably assume he's going to play. Wouldn't you? Everybody else? I mean,
everything I've heard is yes, he's going to play. So, is BV going to hold him out of series? I don't know.
I mean, who knows? They could do a punishment like that. They could do something like that.
They said it would be handled internally. So, I mean, I don't even know if that means we'll see tomorrow, I think. Someone on here, I think it was Blake again. Again, Blake, welcome back to the Sooner Surge. We are doing these double troubles every night, 7 days a week, 9:30 to about 10:15. We'll let you know if ever's going to run late or if it's going to start late. But right now, 9:30 every night. You got to go over 20 yards. You got to have, in my opinion, 5 to 10 shots over 20 yards. That is one of OSU's weakness, Jay.
Yeah,
Don't you think?
I agree. Totally agree with you. Do you do you think that will affect his performance tomorrow? I don't. I mean, it might though. I mean, I can't really say if it will or won't. Really, we'll see. I mean, honestly, he didn't do a whole lot
He
last
hasn't.
week.
He
I
hasn't been
mean,
great the last 2 weeks.
had the turnover. Mark, I don't know if you saw that floating around Twitter. I think Tattoo Baker might have put it out where they were carrying the number 3 jersey for Fruit, the little jersey like they did Baker at going to the captains. It was pretty funny.
Hey, what's funny though is, do you remember the Baker game when he did get held out of series, Jay? You
That's
remember
what
what
I'm
happened?
talking about. They were like
Do
crying,
you
like
remember what happened?
about what? Kyler Murray going 90 yards or whatever.
Exactly. I think if they do hold Farouk, maybe Brennan Thompson goes in there and goes 90. Same thing. Be careful what you wish for, Oklahoma State fans. Yeah, that's the question, Brian. Again, Brian, welcome to the Sooner Surge Double Trouble. I don't know if they throw enough for him to throw a 375 or at least down the field. There's going to probably be 5 to 10 plays behind the line of scrimmage, and those bubble screens or jet flare passes. I hope he opens it up tomorrow. I hope he does.
Yeah, I agree. I would think he would. I would think all the backlash that Levy's got this week, if he does another performance like that tomorrow, the people will be after him like no other. You know he's going to try to flip that script, man.
Richard,
Hey,
and believe,
welcome.
yeah, believe and save. Welcome, man. That's funny. Hey, Richard, I actually on our Sooner Surge game time that's going to be released here in the morning. My hot take is Austin Stogner is going to score 2 touchdowns. I'm right there with you, Richard. OSU is bad down the middle of the field, guys. They're bad down the middle.
Yeah, and you would think Levy would do what the defense struggles at, right? Go after him. Go after him aggressively. And you know what I would love this team to do? They haven't done it really. I don't think they've done it in 2 years under Jeff Levy. And that is get a lead, step on their throw, extend the lead.
Exactly.
Put them out. They haven't really. You go back to last year, OSU 28-0. They ended up with 28 points the whole game. The next week, the last game of the year, Texas Tech got out to looked unstoppable on offense. Kind of leveled off, didn't do anything. They're very up and down on offense as far as consistency. They look so good sometimes.
I think that's funny what Mark said. 370 of it, yak. It's a two-way street, Lori. You're right. DG has got to be better as far as there's 2 things DG needs to be better on. This is my opinion. Look, I'm not a football expert. I don't think Dylan Gabriel's great at making progressions. When the pocket gets collapsed, reading through his progressions, and his arm strength isn't elite. So when you're throwing across the field, that's an issue. But I do think Levy can help him out by calling some over-the-top plays a little more, being a little more creative in that.
I would agree. And, hey, I don't know I guess his sore throat's better. We'll find out tomorrow if they get whooped by Washington. It'll probably come back, and he'll probably take a couple of days off.
He did say that they're closer, and he thinks he knows that 5 to 7 plays they can improve on it, be better. Lincoln Riley did. Wow, Kendall Briles, that would be.
I don't want Kendall Briles. I watched him here in Arkansas, and I think he's good, but he's not great. If I'm going down that road, getting rid of if Levy's leaving, I'm going after somebody totally different.
Obviously, you can't put 5 on Ollie, but here's the question: how many is it going to take for OU to put in the box to stop Ollie Gordon? My hope is they could do it with 6. It may be 7, and if it's 7, you got 2 DBs and 2 safeties back there, but they may have 4 receivers. They spread you out too. They got Presley in the slot, so it's going to be interesting.
And let me say something here, because I know we're all on Levy as OU fans, but anybody that I think wished him fired last week, I think that's a little crazy, because look at Arkansas. They had to go get a new coordinator this year when Kendall Briles left, and they brought in Enos. He's already fired. 7 games into
Yeah.
the season, they fired him. Okay, we don't want to mess with that. Levy's just very inconsistent. He's got to be more consistent. That's what it is. He's got to be more
Yeah.
consistent. Yeah.
Hey, Laulu could be massive. Laulu, Lacey, Jordan Kelly, Isaiah Coe, maybe Grayson Halton. I'm missing some guys, but the middle has got to create, as you said it earlier today in a video we did, Jay. They got to trash up the backfield. Maybe Ford is the guy, Johnny, that can have a huge game. I mean, he knows scheme wise what the Oklahoma State offense is like. So consistency win games. Welcome again, Gina. Appreciate you being on here. Consistency. OU has not been consistent the last couple of weeks on possession by possession.
Yeah, Corey, you're in Russellville, huh? I'm a little over there. I'm in Bentonville area, kind of. So not too far, but
he definitely is motivated. Trace Ford has. He's not going to wake up in the morning and not want to be running out of into a brick wall for tomorrow. This guy's ready to go, and it's going to be. I'm excited to see him out there as a captain.
Just got the notification. Thunder lost.
Did they really?
141-139.
Wow.
That's that tournament too. That in-season tournament.
Yep, it's a bad loss.
They're 1-2 at home this year.
It's a bad loss. Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing Levy on the field either. I agree.
Yeah, I think Levy. I've never been a huge proponent of offensive coordinators up in the booth or defensive coordinators, really.
Yeah, it's hard with the relationship things. I know they experienced when Mike Stoops was there, they had to bring him to the box because he was screaming at the players too much, they thought. Dow Post, who's going to have a big game, in your opinion? Who you got?
I got Nick Anderson.
Yours was Nick Anderson, yeah, Sooner standout. I just heard my 13-year-old son screaming. So my guess is, yeah, they lost on a buzzer beater, and we were just behind on the television, Jay. Must have been a 3-point buzzer beater.
Draymond Green.
3-pointer?
I don't know. People are blowing me up with Draymond Green stuff. So,
wow, bad loss.
Lori says if Stutzman plays, she's going with Stutzman.
Ray Jay also has Deshaun McCullough.
On defensive side, I do have Deshaun. Blake's got Trace Ford.
I got Kanik on defense and Drake Stoops on offense for tomorrow.
Kanik's got to be Jeremy.
Drake Stoops.
Kanik's got to be a lot better, dude.
He's got to be.
Got to be.
You saying Nick Anderson needs to run the ball?
Yeah, I guess he's saying instead of Farouk. He's a lot more built than Farouk, though.
Now, I wouldn't mind seeing Nick Anderson sometimes at the tight end position. I do like Thompson and Anderson on the same side because you got one guy in the slot, one guy who's more of a possession deep threat that can maybe be on the same side. You can't double both those guys. Mark.
No, you can't.
I would go the block punt for sure if Peyton Bowen plays. He's elite on special teams, but would love to see a pick six. The guy's different. He's special. He's a 5-star. They matter. Got to have him.
Yep, got to.
Got to. My 13-year-old screaming in the other room. Can't stand Draymond Green, dude.
I can't stand the Warriors, man.
Biggest
deep threat on offense.
Is it Nick Anderson? Because I don't know if he's not the fly guy. He's not the flash.
No.
He's not the speedster. I guess you would have to go Brendan Thompson, but he's not proven deep. He's caught 2 balls deep. I still would say Jaden Gibson, but I don't know where he's at.
Yeah, I don't know where he's been, man.
I don't get the whole Buckley Shelton over him. I'm not a big Buckley Shelton guy.
Oh, me neither. I don't think he gives you really. He's not the fastest. He's not the biggest. He's not. I mean, I don't really know what he gives you in that aspect. You know.
Philip, don't recognize your name, so if you're new, appreciate you on here. Sooner Surge Double Trouble.
Hey, this is the biggest. Hey, DG is very accurate on the deep ball if it's not too far, but if he has to wear back and throw it, that's when he struggles.
Yeah, we've had a lot of plays underthrown that have worked out for our favor, though. Yeah, Farouk could be big tomorrow. I mean,
He could be big every game, Jeremy. I mean, he hasn't. They got to start off good tomorrow. They can't have this offense come out there and not do much, because you look at it, they just haven't got off to great starts the last few games, and it's really hurt them.
Johnny, you're absolutely right. Gundy will find any reason to put his head between his legs and disappear in the back of the sideline tomorrow.
Gundy is the biggest weak baby coach ever in rivalry games. He just folds, man. I've never seen anything like it.
You guys ever seen Little Giants?
Oh yeah, I've seen. Al Bundy was in that, wasn't he? Whatever.
Yeah, Brent Venables would be the Al Bundy, and Rick Moranis would be Mike Gundy. The difference is,
dude, that's a great scenario. It's a great comparison.
In that movie, though, Rick Moranis ended up getting the best of Al Bundy, or not?
Hey,
Al
and
Bundy,
Jeremy,
Ted O'Neill.
Jeremy, I can promise you, Mike Gundy's not going to run the play they ran at the end. What was that called?
Annexation of Puerto Rico.
Annexation of Puerto Rico. He's not running that. He doesn't run fake stuff.
I agree. Hey, terrible play calling early in the last two, and terrible execution too.
It was terrible play calling at the end too. Really, I mean.
I always defer. I'm always a defer guy. Jay, I know you like taking the ball. Mark, that is hilarious.
Mark's got him tonight.
I always defer because you go into halftime, there's a 14-point swing chance for. That's why you got to do that. Weather looks absolutely great for the last Bedlam.
Mark, are you a stand-up? Do you do stand-up comedy? You'd be good at it, I think.
Jay, do you have the mustache yet, or you all talk?
It's coming in, man. I'm hoping by tomorrow.
Even though you're the older brother, you're the little brother in this twin situation. You're the little brother.
Do not call me the little brother. It's facts that you're the little brother. Facts.
I'm actually an inch taller than you. So, yeah, absolutely. Take the ball.
Hey, there's some great games. Great games. Tomorrow's a great day for football.
Oh, it's a great day all day, dude. All day, great games.
Hey, out of the top 10, who's going to lose?
OU wins that game tomorrow. There's a chance. CFP on Tuesday, they're number 6. There's a good chance.
You think a couple are losing, huh?
Well, I think Texas possibly. What's the deal with Malik Murphy, Jay?
I heard he's kind of banged up. Arch Manning might get some PT tomorrow, guys.
Wow. I don't think Kansas State upsets them, but I think Washington could lose. I think Alabama could lose, and maybe one other upset. You're looking at 3 people ahead of
my upset special tomorrow is Ohio State, baby. Rutgers. Surprising some people tomorrow.
I agree.
Greg Schiano.
I agree, Lori. Tomorrow's not probably. It's the toughest game on the schedule. I know Blake, I think, is going to be at the OU BYU game. BYU seems to be not what I thought they were. Richard's taking USC. Mark, I've already had it's been a tough week. You got the mustache for me. My wife's not a fan. I'm in here doing these videos nonstop, it seems like. We got football on the TV. Now basketball season's here. I'm a dad of 3 boys, so we're a family of 3 boys. All that's on is sports. So I do watch some Hallmark because I love Hallmark, but tomorrow it's going to be all sports all day. BYU switched quarterbacks, really?
Yeah, they were struggling.
Yeah, but I thought that guy was supposed to be pretty good.
Potato chips and the couch all day for Richard. Hey, Lori, you can't root for USC at all?
Oh, now, John Russell, thanks for being on the Sooner Surge Double Trouble. I don't know if you're new or not, but appreciate the comment. This is interesting, and I'll get to that, Lori, just a second. But what John says here, Jay, is very Daniels is their best defender. I mean, it's not even close. You've got to get him.
Oliver's pretty good, and Martin too.
Right, but Daniels is elite. You got to get him chasing some of these guys and guarding. Get him
Jeremy,
guarding some guys.
go back to this.
Lori, here's the deal. We're identical twins, okay? He's 6 minutes older. We're mirror twins. I married an identical triplet. He did not marry one of her sisters. So I'm an identical twin married to an identical triplet. He is an identical twin, but not married to a multiple. None of us have multiples and children's. Hopefully it skips a generation, and one of my boys will have 5 energetic, passionate boys like them. But hey, Jay, talk to us about Daniels. Oklahoma guy, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing. He's very aggressive coming up for the run. Very aggressive.
Was he out of Bags?
I can't remember high school he's from.
He's from Oklahoma, though. Kendall Daniels. Look it up, Jay. I thought it was Bags, but, I mean, he's got great size. He can run. We need to get him out of the way, though. I promise you that.
Yeah, he can just be overly aggressive in the run game, and that's where they're getting beat deep back there because they really play. They really try to stop the run, and you got to make them pay.
Hey,
and you got to make them pay.
you
Levy's
mentioned
got to
something,
make them
Jay.
pay tomorrow. And listen, if they get ahead, if OU gets ahead 10 to 15 points, step on their throat, put the pedal to the metal. Listen, it's the last time you may play these guys, but hey, you got to bully little brother tomorrow. But guys, what about this scenario? What about in the next few years with this playoff going to 12 teams? If OSU wins a Big 12, there's a very good chance OU and OSU play each other in a playoff game.
Well, now say that again.
When the playoff next year goes to 12 teams, if OSU wins the Big 12 one year, there's a great chance they play OU in a playoff.
Once it goes to 12, I agree. You were cutting in and out, Jay. I think that, and that's a good point. Someone said something earlier about, do you take advantage of Daniels? I mean, you have to. Surely Levy has watched that. And thanks, Richard, again, for being a Sooner Surge Unlimited member and letting us know that it was Bags. I was thinking it was Bags. I forgot that he was an A&M commit. And that's a good get. And John, this is what I was going to say, Jay. You talked about Daniels and how he sometimes overplays. I think tomorrow we may see something, guys. We may see a reverse or two. We may see some misdirection for OU. Because if you get some of those guys over pursuing on OSU, you could very much take advantage. I look for Brennan Thompson to be one of those guys who can maybe get it going the other way, or maybe Jaquez Petaway, Jay. Think we lost Jay, maybe. Think we might have lost him. Yeah, love the 12-team playoff change. It is going to be weird, SEC logos, but you do have to think that in the SEC, you're going to get 3 teams probably every year in the SEC. CMB, I would hope that there has been some conversation, a conversation between Venables and Levy this week. Look, Venables wants to play aggressive.
Hey, Jeremy.
Levy has to. Yeah, Jay, you're sounding like a robot. You all right?
Yeah, hey, I heard on the Sooner Scoop podcast.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you. You sound like a robot, dude. Johnny C3PO, Johnny Circuit. Maybe get off and join back, Jay. I think Venables has got to tell Levy, we be aggressive from the get-go. Take shots, play action, run Gabriel some. Take advantage of it. He's being abducted. Maybe he is in Arkansas. I don't know. I just said that. I'm just kidding. Sorry to the person from Russellville. I mean, that's funny. Well, we see Connor in the stands now that, he may. Hey, I hear he's probably looking for a job. Maybe you can pay him. All teams across the country will pay him to be their scout. Seems like he's pretty good at what he does. Now here. This is interesting. Jay, are you possessed? Brian says you're not here anymore. But Ray, I'm mixed on the 2-minute drill. Because sometimes it's great when it's working. Hey, there I am by myself. Sometimes it's great. If it's not working, it's bad. The defense doesn't get a lot of rest. And you're in a game tomorrow where, honestly, the defense probably needs a breather because Ollie Gordon is a hoss, and you don't want them to control the time of possession. That's for sure. So that's interesting. It'll be interesting to see what Levy does on that. That's funny, Dollpose. Jet sweep. He's going to probably hear jet sweep in his sleep all night. Just hope he doesn't wake up tomorrow wanting to call double digits of those. I think CMB, I want to hear from you guys, the viewers, too. You guys are very knowledgeable football fans, and appreciate you guys all being on here tonight on the Bedlam Eve. But, yeah, I think Presley's pretty good for them. He creates some matchup problems, guys, in the slot. We're going to have a backer on him or roll a safety down from the top to get on Presley. That could be a matchup they try to exploit. A couple of receivers are okay. They're not going to wow you at quarterback. They're not going to wow you at receivers outside of Presley and then Ollie Gordon. Ollie Gordon also is a good receiver out of the backfield. You got to watch Ollie Gordon with the mismatch on the linebacker, guys. Jay, you there? Jay, you joined back. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
No, I can hear you now. Welcome, Jay. Now I can't hear you. Hey, Michigan, and I don't know if you saw the stuff today, guys. Ohio State's being linked to it. Have you guys heard this? Ohio State is being linked to some of this stuff. It's crazy what's happening in the Big Ten. Just give Nebraska the championship, guys. I think now CMB. I actually think OU could man up the receivers. Honestly, I think if Gentry Williams is back, I think OU could play Woody on one side, Gentry on the other, and put them on an island. They would be okay. I would worry a little about interference, but here's the thing: Venables doesn't play a lot of man. CMB. He plays mostly zone. So there goes that. So that is an interesting take. You might have to really get, the number of guys you want in on the box. So, but Blake agrees. Play man, 7 in the box. Woody Washington's elite. Gentry Williams elite. I'll tell you who's not elite. Alan Bowman. He's not elite. He's not going to take off and run for 50 yards. Pressure him. Make him throw quick throws. Get a pick or two on him. Get the lead. I think that's the way you got to do it. They're not coming from behind, I promise you. Personally, CMB, I want to see more man than zone. I don't think we will, though, because BV's MO is the zone. So that'll be interesting. What do you guys think? Special teams tomorrow, guys. Got to talk special teams. Is Schmidt going to be a hero or the GOAT? Luke Elzinga has been great since he's taken over the starting role over Plaster. He's really punted really well. Last week, he had the one that should have been down at the 1. The OU special teams unit was not even paying attention. But the special teams tomorrow is going to be big. So OSU's not great special teams from what I've seen. I look for that could be a big difference. So, Richard, Gentry Williams, guys, 918. He wants this game. Yeah, that's funny, Mark. He's going to withdraw from classes. If he loses this game on a kick, he might. He might not be on the bus back. Be interesting. That's the only thing. OU has been really good in the secondary, mostly where they haven't really allowed a lot of big plays. So, you run man, you run risk of that. You take a risk on that. I think tomorrow could be a bend, don't break type game. If you can hold OSU to field goals, I think you get out of this game unscathed. If you're allowing 7 points in the red zone, you're in trouble. So that's going to be interesting. Excuse me while I get a drink. I'm already out of a voice, guys, and it's not even Saturday yet. Yeah, portal for kicker. You know who we should go get, Richard? Boomer from UCF. We got to go get Boomer from UCF. That guy was legit. About won the game for them. If it would have come down field goal, UCF would have beat us, and OU'd be looking at a 2-game losing streak heading into. Think about that, guys. 2-point conversion. Kendall Dolby, great play, but OU could be on a 2-game losing streak going into this, and that's scary to think about, but it's not far from the truth, guys. You can't wear crimson-colored glasses on that. I mean, OU has not played well since Texas, guys. Tomorrow, I hope it is the old Sooner team that we saw against Texas, the physical team, the one that paid attention to details and things like that. That's what we got to see. Yeah, Boomer would be a massive NIL deal. Get a massive NIL deal. Can you imagine? Oh yeah. I tell you, if I was Boomer, I'd come to OU and I'd go talk to Billy Sims Barbecue immediately. You know, all you'd have to do is say Boomer Q or Boomer, just like Billy Sims did. He'd get him a huge. Believe and be saved. Yeah, identical twin. Oh yeah, I'm sure if you watched the game with Jay and I, you would probably are the same way. But yeah, I wonder about that. Soccer, rugby, something. Guy Schmidt was supposed to be solid. He was a pretty good recruit out of high school. So it's not like the guy's a fraud and can't kick. It's not like he kicked a burrito and somehow has lost the power to kick a ball, aka Gabe Burkick. But Brian, I like this here. Bottom line, OU is slightly less inconsistent than last year. That is I guess I would say, a very true statement, Brian, because honestly, they're improved. There's been major progress, but the consistency still is lacking in some areas. Part of it could be because of youth, but sometimes it's not the youth even making the plays. Granite Guy, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you being on here. You're right. Mental. Got to play mentally sound, mentally fundamental. But I think what you're talking about here, Granite Guy, is mental when it comes to Schmidt. And I would agree with you, Schmidt. I would agree with you on Schmidt. It's he doesn't seem to be very confident when he walks out there. Hopefully he can get his swagger back. He was good early this year. It's interesting. You had Maher from Dallas who went through the yips, and he seems to have maybe something on the yips. So, if you get to the 40, you're not kicking. I think it depends. You don't want to have to chase points like you did last week. You know, hindsight, looking back last week, maybe could have kicked a field goal once, and they didn't. You got to have trust in that guy, though. Got to have trust. Early in the game, they're probably going to take the points. If it's 4th and 3 or less, I'm probably going. Yeah, I think K-State, they're well coached, Mark. They're not intimidated to go play anywhere. We've seen them come into Norman and strut down here and take care of business. Austin is not a scary place to play. It's not a hostile environment, actually. The road part of that does not scare me if I'm K-State. They have a new quarterback. So I think Kleiman's going to have them, guys. Kleiman's going to have them ready. I look for that going to be very close. Can you imagine if they do win that, though? Could OU K-State have the matchup that no one wanted as Sooner fans this year? OU did not want to play anyone in the purple after last year. And Mark says that. I especially don't want to play K-State when it's for all the marbles, maybe. K-State's owned OU. Kleiman has owned OU. Will Howard can run the ball, so that'll be interesting. Does Blake, I can't get on and check that schedule. I'm not sure if K-State does play Kansas. I want to say they do. I want to say that's a rivalry they did not get rid of, but I'm not sure. Yeah, didn't Will Howard get benched, guys? I'm pretty sure Will Howard got benched. Could be wrong on that. Thought I read something where this week he was getting benched or was. Yeah, no purple, no silver teams in the SEC. That is very, very good news. Guys, before we get off here, on the comments, drop your score prediction right now in the comments. We'll be able to see who the closest is. And I don't know. I'm game for this. Keep them in the comments. Let's do a gift card to a winner. We can do a gift card maybe to a winner here. Send something your way. Closest score prediction. Drop it in the comments, guys. We'll figure something out. Love this Sooner Surge community, guys. You guys are special. You're a great part of our evenings to be able to just chat Sooner sports with you guys and Bedlam specifically. Do not miss tomorrow. Sooner Surge. Jay will be back. I'll be back. Some of the other guys will be on there. Probably around 1 o'clock, 1:30 before the game. We'll be on a YouTube Live, so make sure you're subscribed. We'll do that again after the game. So probably around 6:30, maybe later. For sure, we'll be on tomorrow night at 9:30. So again, drop your comments, subscribe to the Sooner Surge, tell your friends about this channel. We are here, guys. We're just here to talk sports, talk Sooner sports. Love this. Appreciate you guys. Thanks again for being here on a Friday night. Bedlam Eve, sweet dreams. Hope you are excited for tomorrow. It's going to be a great atmosphere in Stillwater, and I hope the Sooners come out with the W of the last Bedlam game. Till next time, guys and gals, Boomer.